Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer with Olympia Piano. Today's video is going to cover measure 35 in Chopin's Nocturne in E minor. Let's go ahead and get started with the left hand. Let's go over the fingering. Basically, all the editions agree on the fingering. The only place where there's one alternative is here at the end. You can either use 5 or 4. So we've got 5, 2, 1 for beat 1, outlining a G chord, staying in that G chord, with a little neighbor tone on top, 5, 1, 2. Then we're going to jump down. This part you'll have to practice a little bit. And instead of moving it here at the end of the group of 3, you're just going to play the octave, then move. And then 2, 1, 2, 5, 5, or 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. By the way, this outlines a B minor chord, then F sharp 7, which is the dominant for B minor where we're going. Next part we're going to go over is beat 2. We're going to go over 2 things, the fingering for this set of grace notes and then the timing. We're going to have 2 options for fingering. Fingering number 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other way of doing that is 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Basically, the start of that's going to come right after you play that B. You're not going to dig in each finger. You're going to kind of glide on the tips and then sink in on that B. So let's try the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll try the 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Starting with finger 2. And then see I'm rolling up. And then I'm going to get my hand set for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you don't like having 1 in here, then you're just going to scoot that 2 over and then have a little cross under the middle. So that would look like this. So try both of those, see how those feel. These 3 notes, there's a lot of opinions on the fingering for that. Let's try a couple of them. We have 5, 3, 2, 1. 5, 3, 2, 1. Or you could have 5, 3, 3, 4 is another one. 5, 3, 3, 4. Another popular one would be 2. The key point being with those 3 notes, switching fingers is good because it's going to give you a good tone on that final B. Okay, now we are ready for the big scale. Within the scale, there's just 2 common fingerings for this. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Fingering number 1 is going to be trill, which is just going to be 2 notes. Okay, it's going to be A sharp and B. Some are even written with this symbol, which is an alternative symbol for trill. Those are going to come before the beat, by the way. All right, fingering number 1, the trill is going to be with 2, 4. So that A sharp and B will be with 2, 4. Then you come back down, 3, 2, going down, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like 2 things about this. Your hand stays straight when negotiating the trill and the switch to the scale. The other thing I like about it, starting with 2, you might say, well, why don't you start with 3? You could start with 3, but when you start with 2, then the 3 is a down motion for the beginning of that. Alternative fingering, 2, 3 for the trill, then 2, 1, 2, and then it's the same. So it's basically the first half that you've got to try out and see what works for you. So with this one, you're using very strong fingers for the trill notes, A sharp and B. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Then same, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's good about this is that this is very strong. You're using your strongest fingers, 2, 3, and 1. What doesn't work as well for my hand is that I've got larger hands, so then I'm in here, and then I've got to come out. Regardless of which one you use, you need to be playing on the tip portion of the fingers. Then you're going to keep your hand very rounded. Okay, now let's talk about rhythm and how that all fits together. So as you can see, there's a little number 10 right here. And that means that all 10 of those notes are going to fit into beat 4. And those 10 notes are going to be fitting into beat 4 when the left hand 3 notes are fitting into beat 4. So the first thing I'll do is show you how I get the notes in the vicinity of being together, because 10 doesn't divide evenly by 3. So what I like to do first is just take 3 notes, 3 notes, and 4 notes, and just kind of line them up. So these 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, then 3 notes. Then step 2, making the first one 3. All we're trying to do is get it kind of in the ballpark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Then we do it one other way, which would be now that we've gone over how to get the 10 versus 3 in the vicinity, now I'm going to show you 2 other ways to get that beat 4 together. The first way is very detailed and specific. This may not be your learning style. So if it is not, just use the timestamps to skip ahead to the next way, and then we'll just play through the whole measure. All right, so pictured up above, you see now the beat 4, then you see a grid with a bunch of X's on it, and then you see the keyboard. The way to figure out exactly how the group of 10 works with the group of 3 on the bottom is to find a common denominator. And because 10 is not divisible by 3, we have to multiply it by 3 instead to figure out exactly how each note fits together. The trill will happen before the beat, so that's not going to be included in how we work things together. So the first thing I like to do is just figure out how the first left hand beat fits in there. If you look on the little chart, we have right hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the left hand goes on the 11. So the way I like to usually do this, if we have one of the hands in a group of 3 subdivisions, which the right hand is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like to think of it in mini triplets. I'm just going to draw that right here before the scale there. So think of it. Right hand is happening on the first note of every single little triplet subdivision. So we'd have ba 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 bum, and so forth. So the left hand, that second note of the left hand, would be on the second note of the triplet. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play these first 4 notes and feel how they fit together. So we've got bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What I'm wanting you to feel is the left hand finger 2 comes right after the right hand plays that B. And then we just do the next group here. Probably I would have you start at the B, and then we'd go until the next one. If we start on the B, which is on the little 10 on the chart, we'd have bum 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 bum. We're going to be going up to the F sharp, and notice the left hand F sharp comes right before. So this time that F sharp isn't going to be on the second of the triplets, it's going to be on the third. So whereas the first one came right after the first triplet subdivision, this one's going to come right before, if that makes sense. 21, 22 versus 10, 11. Okay, so we're going to start on the B. We'll put that C sharp right in on the second subdivision. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And then the final step would be to do the last bit. Final B together. Ba 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 bum. If that practice method is a way that works for you, just have the patience to build in the muscle memory like that. And by the way, it might not ever be totally together, fitting in exactly within the 30, but this is a way to just build towards really feeling that. So here's the final way to work on getting the 10 versus 3 together, so it feels really natural. I'm going to put my metronome on a very slow subdivision. So this is super slow, 40 to the beat. What we're going to do is we're going to alter the right hand and the left hand back and forth, and then we'll try putting it together. The goal is independent muscle memory between the hands. So the hands are feeling the beat, and then they just blend together. It takes a while to get this, so please don't be frustrated if it doesn't happen on the first try. Right hand first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now left hand, feel the beat. Bum, 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 bum. Then after a few times with that, then we try them together. Even though I'm only showing it a couple times here on the video, it honestly takes a few times just to really internalize that beat. Move up the metronome. We're going to move up to 50 now and do it again. Then once you've got that, you add the trill at the beginning. I'm going to do it without the metronome this time. So the only final thing I want you to know before we do the whole measure is sometimes people will add the trill to the 10. So it's an even subdivision. Let me show you what I mean. So we know that the trill is 2 notes. And for this demonstration, I'm doing 2, 4. So what you'll hear is these 4 notes going with the first left hand, these 4 notes going with the second left hand, and those going with the last one. Honestly, it sounds beautiful like that. So if that's how you prefer to play it, please play it like that. We're just going to do a playthrough. I'll do one kind of slow one and then one at tempo. Okay, slowly first. I'll do super slow so you can think about all the stuff. So we're going to roll up. Right hand's going to get in position. It's going to start playing right after the left hand thumb. I'm going to use 3, 2, 1. Left hand's moving, right hand's getting ready for the trill. On the quick version, I'm going to do once with the trill before and then once as a group of 12 instead of a group of 10. Now with the trill on with the E. All right, that is it for today's video. The next video in this series will cover measures 36 and 37, which is the double trills. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel where I have hundreds of piano educational videos. And if you found this especially helpful to you, please send me a donation to the channel. You can either do that through PayPal or through YouTube Super Thanks. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, please know I love to know where you're from, so you can leave that for me in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.